Did you change the lights in here?
No, I just turned that one on.
Oh. Hey, I might be back in here Thursday or Friday because of the weather.
Oh.
Don't put everything up yet.
Hey, man. Hello, Nicole Obelcakes. Hello, Albert. Rosa Caceres. Hola. Hello, Taylor Amois. Hello, Carmen. Hector Wasabi. Hello, Angeli Boone. Krista Williams, what's up? Hello, Michael Melkos. Hello, Kitten Tracks. Hola, Sin. Sin, are you alive? What's happening? What's happened? Hello, Haven.
Is she boycotting our social media?
Oh,
She didn't meet her terms. Did you not meet her terms?
Yeah. An immovable force has met an impenetrable object or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah. Hello, Erica. Me and Erica are going to start a motorcycle riding group.
Oh, really?
Yep. Hello, Araceli.
Who's Erica? Do I know Erica?
Juice Box. She's been to our.
Well, remind me who's Erica. Erica who? Erica Welch.
Juice Box. Yes.
Oh, she's Juice Box.
Yes.
Oh.
See, guys. See who champions the listener. Who knows everyone's name? Who knows what everyone looks like?
I just want to know what woman wants to suddenly start a riding club with my husband.
No, I brought it up. I'm the one who brought it. Hello, Elizabeth.
Why do you want to start a riding club with another woman?
I just want to start a riding club with somebody.
Why don't you ride with me?
Because you don't ride.
I'll sit on the back.
Hello, Elizabeth Betts. Not to be confused with Liz. With Liz. What was Elizabeth? What was Liz's name?
Wow, that was instant karma right there.
Hello, Christy
Instant
Kincaid
karma.
Norris. Hello, Yenny. I almost made Michael have a wreck. How'd I do that?
Winter reports calling for icy rain beginning Wednesday night. I bet you Thursday I'll be back.
Elizabeth Key, yes. Not to be confused with Liz Key. Right, exactly. That was my Steve Harvey moment. Hello, Maria Silva.
Oh.
Smash it. Yes, Hector, I champion the listener. Somebody's got to.
What a mess.
Hey, guys, we had our swap party, which we're going to talk about. Check out these. Oh, yeah. This is the kind of stuff you find at the swap party. Got me a new set of 80s Oakleys. Got me a skull turquoise bracelet. Huh? What do you think of that?
Did you get those just for a bit? Just for this?
I mean, do I look like a guy that's doing a bit?
Yeah.
Don't answer that.
Are you really going to keep that bracelet, though?
Yeah, why not?
Are you really going to keep those glasses?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm really going to keep the glasses for sure.
Why?
Because, I mean, look at them.
He's got not one, but two pair.
Well, these are too small. I was going to give one of these give this to either Cole or Dylan. These, I mean.
Those are too small?
Yeah, those are tiny. Look how small those are.
They look fine to me.
Did Justin steal any of my chat this time?
No, he took the stuff that he stole before that you donated this time.
Oh, the turtle?
He took that. He took your book ends, the G.
Did he really?
He took those.
All right.
He took your seahorse pictures.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He got some nice stuff.
Some good stuff.
He got some nice stuff. Okay, well, we can talk about all that on the podcast.
All right.
Okay, give me a little something.
Testing 1, 2, testing me, testing you.
I think it's actually too high.
Oh, really? Because you know what? I bumped her up a little bit because we were doing the podcast.
See, you act like I don't watch what's going on.
Well, I'm glad you did. 1, 2, 3, me.
Amanda Humpalot. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Amanda Humpalot. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Amanda Humpalot. Can't see anything.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans with my husband and podcasting partner, and excellent help around the house this past weekend. Alan Evans.
Adrian in the house. You're giving me some glory.
Giving you some glory.
Why are you giving me the glory?
Because I've thrown multiple SWAT parties over the years. My friend Amy and I started them. We figured it was probably 2007 when we started hosting SWAT parties. Shocking, right? That's shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And I always go through the house, and sometimes I put a little bit more effort into gathering things for the SWAT party than usual. But Alan really chipped in this time. We're going to talk about the very first SWAT party of 2022 we threw this past weekend. Alan really got into the spirit of things, and I appreciate that so much.
I got in the spirit of preparing, but as soon as I got word there were going to be 30
approximately
screeching, squawking, giggling, flailing ladies at Evans Manor, I said, I'm out. I'm taking my happy ass to Starbucks. I'm going to post up and watch the AFC Championship game.
Right. When I chose the day for the SWAT party, my only criteria was I didn't have anything going on. That was it. And it was, and Saturdays are typically very busy for people. So I picked a Sunday afternoon, 2:00, figuring people who have church, they'd be done. And I didn't take into consideration there would be football games, but it is what it is. So we had a few people bail. So
who bailed?
A few people were feeling a little under the weather, and they would rather err on the side of caution than come over. Or they just would rather stay home and watch football. And they were just, anybody can say they feel bad now, and everybody gets a free pass.
True,
right?
True.
So why'd you angle it like that?
Why do you
so
care?
Awkward. It's just so awkward.
Everything about our podcast is awkward, especially listener, good, strong, dear, sweet, clean, good, strong listener. You can't see that on my face, I scored at the SWAT party.
The SWAT party you did not attend.
The SWAT party I didn't attend. This was in the stuff that goes to charity that I always rummage through. It's all the stuff left over that nobody wanted.
Right.
I scored the sweetest Oakleys you've ever seen.
Well, let's build up to the SWAT party first. So Alan went through his closet. He could have gone through a couple more swipes, I'll be honest, but he got rid of some things. I went through my closet. I could have gone through it a couple more times, I'll be honest. Got rid of some things, got rid of a lot of knickknacks, decorative items, things. It's just like we piled it all out there. And then my girlfriends bring over bags of clothes. One of my friends is Amy is friends with the woman that does she anchors TV news. And so she had all of these dresses she's worn on TV a few times. She's like, I can't wear these dresses anymore. So she brought over all these really professional dresses. Mm-hmm. We didn't have as many shoes this time. The shoes was really light on shoes.
There weren't as many shoes. My star item for donation was an iMac.
Yes, and
iMac.
Alan
gave away.
How big was that screen?
I think that was like a 21-inch screen.
It was huge.
It was huge. We say huge.
Sissy Riley got it.
Big and beautiful.
Sissy Riley. We have Cousin Riley and Sissy Riley. This is Shanda, Shopping with Shanda. If y'all listen to the Kid Craddock Morning Show, it's her daughter Riley, and she got that. She also scored my coat. Alan said, we have to go through our coats. We have way too many coats. So I got rid of my coat. She took that. She took Emma Kelly's coat. She took this other coat Amy brought. Yours? That green one with the fur hood.
Oh, yeah. Your parka.
My parka. Because she's dating a guy that lives in Switzerland.
Good eye, mate.
She goes over and spends a few months in Switzerland, but she has to come home because she's not a resident of Switzerland. And now she's got a job from the warm, sunshiny, usually state of Texas, even though we're getting ready to have a big freeze again. And she's got to go to the headquarters meeting in Salt Lake City. So she needs all these warm coats and stuff.
Salt Lake City? Mm-hmm. What's in Salt Lake City?
The headquarters are where she works.
The headquarters where Riley works?
Yes, honey.
Where?
We'll talk to Riley about it later. Nobody on the podcast.
Why are you so exasperated?
Because you're bogging down on a little detail.
I'm not bogging down at all. I just want to know.
So anyway, we invited over Part-Time Justin comes, and Part-Time Justin's come to several of these SWAT parties, and his bit is he always steals.
He tries to lift my shack.
He steals stuff, and then he brings it to the radio, and it's a big joke, and he gives it all back. He never keeps it.
Or he spills shat.
So this time, Alan, one of the things that Justin stolen in the past, Alan decided he was done with it, and he donated it's like this little turtle bowl.
My silver turtle.
Silver turtle bowl.
I've had that silver turtle since I was in the compartment.
Yep. And he also
when you accuse me of being gay because I had nice decorations.
Yeah. When I first walked into Alan's apartment, the first time I went over there, I did ask him if he was gay. Because
in fact, you made a call to one of your very gay friends. One gay friend and one non-gay friend.
One very trusted friend.
And they both said gay. They both said he's gay.
Yeah, I took pictures of the apartment and I sent it to them and I said gay or not gay, and they both said gay.
And I said, what the hell is this? I said, sorry, I like nice things.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm neat. That doesn't make me gay.
Well, it was a big question mark for a while. So anyway, there's that. But it's interesting that a gay man is the one that took all your things, isn't it?
Yeah, good call.
Every decorative
good call.
Item, yeah.
What did Justin take? You were just telling me.
You had these bookends, these geode
bookends. My mother gave me those when I was in high school.
Don't tell her.
Oh, she won't remember.
And the turtle and
the turtle.
I have to ask him what else he took. He took the seahorse pictures.
The turtle came from Target. The seahorse pictures came from
probably Home Goods or something, right?
Home Goods, because I like Home Goods.
Yeah. And you gave away a bunch of workout equipment and you just a lot of stuff. It was really fun.
A lot of social media swag.
Yeah.
Stuff I get for free, dime, for doing social media ads, dime, and then I just don't need it. So.
Yeah, there were some leftover protein shakes that he get
shakes.
Taken, so I gave those to my daddy to try. My mother, so the very first, every Monday in 2022, I've given to my mother. So the first Monday of 2022, I said, what do you want to do, Mama? Anything you want to do? And she wanted to clean out her attic. And she decided, I don't decorate for Christmas like I used to. I want to get rid of all my Christmas things, take them for your swap party. I said, Mama, nobody's going to take these things because we just had Christmas. You do the Christmas stuff you want to get rid of it like around our October swap party we do. We usually do one around September, October, because we do change of seasons. This year we got thrown off anyway. It's a long story. But COVID, blame it all on COVID. So Mama gave me so much beautiful Christmas stuff. And I said, Mama, nobody's going to want it. Nobody's going to want it. So a couple of things did get taken. She had this beautiful Santa Claus thing. So anyway, she comes over to my house today. I said, because now we've got everything that didn't get swapped, we're going to donate to charity. I said, but if you want to look through it and see if there's anything in there you want before we take it to charity, she comes over and gets her feelings hurt because a lot of her Christmas stuff was still here.
Well, we just had Christmas.
That's what I just said. Nobody wants Christmas stuff right after Christmas. Do you listen to me half the time on this podcast?
Half the time.
But she took a lot of really great things. We got rid of a bunch of beach towels. She took them to wash the dog and dye her hair. So she got some towels for that.
Oh, she took some of the old beach towels.
Yes.
Good.
And I gave Daddy all the protein shakes that you didn't want.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Any foodstuffs that
goes to Jerry Rasberry.
Usually a good donor.
Goes to Jerry Rasberry. So it was a great swap party. Amy decided that this year she's like, let's step it up. We're going to take it next level. And she wanted a logo. So we now have an official Kellie and Amy swap party logo.
That's not real surprising.
It's about time. It's been since 2007.
Anything Amy's involved with that includes more than two people,
we need a logo.
You're going to freaking slap a logo on.
We need a logo.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we got a logo, and she set up an Instagram. So now people like across the country, if y'all are listening, you want to have your own swap party, you can tag us so we can see. But I can't remember what the Instagram is. I'll just tell you next time. She just told me and I forgot. Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at it.
Okay.
But anyway, it was a successful. Our house is filled with so much crap right now.
You need a bobcat or a front end loader to get all this shat out of here. In fact, Kellie assigned me the task of taking all the old shat and throwing it in the pick me up and taking it to, where are we taking it?
We're a donor center, donate center. It's swap parties at swap parties. I guess she looked at a bunch of different things, and that's the one she got. So if you want to go follow along, it's at swap parties on Instagram. Okay. And I am not an administrator. I got to be an administrator or something. But go look. Oh, there's Troy Aikman on Instagram. We love him. By the way,
Is that it about the?
It's at swap parties. If you want to go follow on Instagram and throw your own swap party.
Are we done with the Instagram for the swap party?
Well, I was just looking it up to make sure, but when I pulled it up, I also saw Troy Aikman on Instagram.
My buddy.
Yeah, you want to? That's what I'm saying. You want to tell them about what happened with you and Troy?
Well, no? It's nothing. Troy and I, we trade messages all the time now. It was nothing. I just posted something on his Instagram and he responded. But he responds to a lot of people, not just me. It really wasn't that big a deal.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
So to screenshot it and send it to me, that wasn't a big deal?
I screenshotted our communication and I sent it to Cole. And I said, Cole, here's my buddy. And then I started to feel guilty. I said, but he's not a better buddy than you are, Cole. I said, you're my number. I said, you're my number one buddy.
And who's your number two buddy?
Dylan.
Who's your number three buddy?
Well, you're not a buddy. A buddy is somebody like you wrestle with and you high five.
You wrestle me all the time.
I tackle you. I tackle you. And then you crumble. Hey, guys. Okay. Here's a little pull back the kimono, peek behind the kimono. So remember, what are you doing?
Go ahead. Nothing.
Oh, my God. Still?
Idiocy.
We're still doing that? And
what?
Hey, and let me ask you a question. Why all of a sudden is it Kellie and Amy's swap party?
Because
like, how did it get branded Kellie and Amy's?
Amy decided to give me top billing.
Are those the only venues like it appears at or something? Or like her house and our house?
We host it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why? Do you want to host it?
No. I was just curious how this all developed, how this all came about.
Well, she gave me top billing. How about that?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was pretty sweet. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't know what I was saying. What was
You're talking about Troy being your buddy. And
oh,
you're about
yeah,
to say
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I said wrestling. And
yeah. So remember, podcast listener, where I described me hitting my head on the corner of a cabinet. And then, are you going to let me tell this one? Or you
go ahead. This is bad.
You want to tell it? Go ahead.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell it. I'm just to listen.
And I hit my head and everything flashed white. And then I did the roly-poly move onto the ground. I was bleeding. And then Kellie was in there playing Best Fiends. And
I was on Twitter.
Just couldn't have been less interested.
I thought he was joking.
Less interested in what happened to my head and the brains that were hanging out of my head.
No brains hanging out.
Well, Home Slice here was fiddling around, getting ready for the swap party. All, like she does when she's got her panties in a wad. She's all flustered, walking around real fast, saying she's hot, fanning herself, turning red, telling me to do this, telling me to do that.
You're going from supportive husband to not being nice. It was not like that.
Okay, you weren't telling me what to do. I was
very calm.
But you were very hot.
I was hot because I was walking around up and down stairs.
And you were hunched over.
Yes, I had just erected a clothing rack.
Right.
Because I throw so many swap parties, I invest in clothing racks, which I think is very important to have things displayed properly. So I had just erected one, and it has those extra extendable arms to make them even longer. So
somehow Kellie goes from doing something to walking directly into this extender arm. And it didn't just hit her on the head or hit her in the lip or hit her in the nose. No, it hits her on like the retina.
The eyeball.
How do you hit yourself on the eyeball?
It is sticking out. It is eye level, and I am walking towards Alan.
But how did you not see it?
I didn't see it. I just walked, and eye open hit my eyeball.
And what did I do?
And you were standing right there looking at me.
Did I play Best Fiends?
Listen, this is not fair to rewrite history. You were looking at me. This happened in real time. I was sitting in another room while you were making a sandwich with Cole, and you always goof off and flop. So I thought you were joking. Alan saw me.
I ran to Kellie asking if you were okay.
Because he saw my eyeball get hit wide open by this metal rod.
I ran across the room.
It was awful. And I grabbed my eye and I said, I'm too afraid to take my hand down. I don't know what's happening. So I took my hand down and it wasn't bleeding, but it was really red.
Absolutely nothing wrong with it.
But that little film of skin on your eye? I think I scratched it or
Mhm.
tore it because when I blinked, it was like really burning.
Okay.
But eyes, thankfully, heal very quickly.
So just very briefly,
So what's scarier?
No, hold on.
Hitting the top of your head or hitting your eyeball with a metal disc walking full speed?
Why are you besmirching my misfortune?
Because you're making yourself sound like some sort of hero. And I could have potentially lost my eye.
No hero. I just want to just very briefly compare and contrast the facts. Here are the facts. I hit my head. I was bleeding on the ground.
I didn't see you hit your head.
Nobody came to my assistance. You got hit in the eye.
What you saw, you
I
witnessed.
ran to you to make sure you were okay, and absolutely nothing was wrong with you.
Well, you know what? I'm horrible. I am horrible, and I deserve to lose my eye.
Oh, no.
Okay? That's ultimately the goal of this conversation. Right? I deserve to be blinded.
No.
I deserve to see nothing on the right side of my face for here into eternity.
Oh, my poor babe hit that thing. And I was like, what just happened?
It was bad.
How did you do that?
It was bad. But thankfully, it was grace of God. I had my eyesight.
Yeah.
But a scratched eyeball.
I'm glad I still have my head.
Oh my God! Way to milk something. This is why men get grief when they get a
Why do
sniffle.
men get grief?
Because when y'all get sick, you turn into babies. You bump your head. Yeah, it was bad, but you have milked this to make me look like the worst person possible.
Sniffle
for over 2 podcasts now.
Sniffle could be Corona.
For over 2 podcasts now, you make me look like a bad person.
Could be Omicron Corona B variant.
Now, why don't you just go ahead and tell everybody? Are you really mad at me about that head thing, or are you just milking it?
I don't know. My head still kind of hurts. I think I have a dent.
Good. A constant reminder that I'm a horrible person. But it is true. Alan's always goofing off, and I thought he was goofing around, and I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Apparently not.
I'm sorry.
How many more podcasts are you going to tell that story?
Oh,
are we done with it?
I don't know. We can probably milk
gosh.
it for a little while.
No, I don't want to.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I want to do right now. Why don't you do a little bit of that?
See, perfect timing for me to do this because it's for BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
I need help.
BetterHelp.
Because I'm not very happy right now.
Oh.
I started off this podcast happy, but now I'm not. I need somebody to talk to.
Look around.
I might just call my therapist at BetterHelp.
You're with your husband in this green room. How could you not be happy?
BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It is not self-help. This is professional counseling, and it is done securely online. And you can send a message to your counselor anytime. I could stop down recording this podcast right this very minute if I wanted to send a message. And I know I'd get a timely and thoughtful response. You can do the same, and you can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions, and you never have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room again. You never have to drive across town or to the next town over to find a therapist who works with you. And that's the thing about BetterHelp, because they're committed to facilitating a great therapeutic match. So if you find this is not the right match for me, BetterHelp makes it easy and free to change counselors if you need to do that. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling. And, time is money. You're not traveling to that office. You're not sitting in that waiting room. That's time, and that's valuable time that you could spend doing something else. Plus, also financial aid is available. BetterHelp is available for clients worldwide. So no matter where you're listening to A Sandwich and Some Loving, you can have the benefit of professional counseling done securely online with BetterHelp.
And we want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener of ours, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. So join over 1 million people who have taken in charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich.
Thank you, BetterHelp.
We love BetterHelp.
So while the swap party was going on, there was a football game going on.
Football.
More than one. There were 2.
Well, they weren't going on simultaneously.
Well, there was one, and then that ended, and then the party ended, and then there was the second game.
Yeah, so I rolled on over to Starbucks just to get out of it. I could have watched upstairs. In fact, Kellie said, why don't you just stay, watch upstairs, come down, and check out the swap party, go back upstairs. And I thought, I could, but it's a nice day. I'm just going to ride the bike over to Starbucks. So we have YouTube TV, so I can watch YouTube TV on the laptop. So that's what I did. I rolled over to Starbucks. I was over there 5 hours.
And you drank 1 cup of coffee the whole time? Or you one of those people?
No, I drank 2. I got a refill. If you get a refill, it's only $1. I ate lunch. But the highlight of my trip was sitting at the Starbucks in downtown Plano. Okay. Plano is the town we live in. If you're not familiar with God's country, Texas, USA, Plano is the town we live in.
It's north of Dallas.
It's north of Dallas. It's a suburban area, but there is a downtown area where there are restaurants, bars, a little train station, lots of urban living, apartments and stuff. And I used to live close to there, so I kind of know the area. So I went to the Starbucks because I knew it would be really quiet. So I went to, so I could watch the game. So I go over there. So about halfway through the game, I'm just sitting there, and I'm sitting right by the window. I look out the window, and I'm like, well, I'll be damned. There's a lady with a parrot on her shoulder. A lady with a parrot on her shoulder.
Hey,
In downtown Plano, Texas,
it's
USA.
crazy.
So I took a picture of her. I'm like, this is crazy. Well, then she moseys on into Starbucks. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
With
Now
the
there's
parrot.
now there's a lady with a parrot on her shoulder in Starbucks.
Is that permissible?
It was to her. So then she goes,
What are the rules on that?
I don't know. But then she goes up, orders her coffee. And I'm like, I was taking pictures.
Because parrots, I had a parakeet.
Yes.
I rescued a parakeet, and I had birds growing up.
Otherwise
when I
known
was
as a
little girl.
budgie.
They poop a lot. The thing about bird poop is it kind of, you could just flick it off. But that's a little tiny parakeet. A big parrot, that was a big one too.
It was a big bird.
Was it pooping on her?
Didn't poop on her one time. But I took a picture of her. She didn't see me do this. But then she sat down really close to me, about 10 feet away. And I was kind of laughing inside, I engaged.
That's highly unusual.
I didn't just sit there and look at her. I got up. I went over. I didn't want to disturb the bird. So I sat down in a chair that was maybe 6 feet from her. And I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I've got to ask. And I'm sure you get this a lot. I said, why do you have a parrot? And she goes, yeah, I do get that question a lot. I rescue parrots.
How about that?
Yeah. And I said,
What a beautiful mission.
Yeah. And I thought that was great. So we kind of struck up a convo.
I bet there's a big need for that because a lot of times my daughter many, many years ago wanted to have a petting zoo party, which those are horrible and cruel. But I found a woman who did, they weren't like petting parties, but she used them as educational experiences. The only child that really got to be near the animals was the birthday girl, and the other kids got to pet them with just 2 fingers, very, very gentle. But these were all rescued exotic animals because people get these exotic animals thinking they're so cute, they're so fun, and they don't realize how much work they are and how much expense goes into these exotic animals that aren't typical house pets.
Well, that's what I came to learn. I just started asking her a bunch of questions, and she was real forthright with the info. She said, yeah, I rescue birds. And she had a friend with her, and her friend also had birds. So they were, friends like that. And she said, yeah, a lot of people will get a parrot or get an exotic bird, and they think, okay, I'm going to stick this pretty bird in a cage. I'm just going to look at it. And she goes, they are more work than a puppy. She said they are so social because they're used to being in a flock that you just can't leave them alone.
They would probably die of depression.
They go crazy. And they also partner for life. So once they find a partner, they're attached to that partner for life. They're that social. She said they live 70 years, up to 70 years. They could outlive the owner. And she said they want to do everything you do. So she said, so you see, like I came to Starbucks here with my friend, and I got me some cheese and crackers. And because I'm eating, the bird's name was Scarlet. She said, Scarlet, she wants to eat too, because whatever we do, she wants to do because we're part of the flock. So I just thought that was really cool. And I said,
that's so much
I know,
work.
But I thought it was so
it's cool.
I said, can I get a picture with her? And she goes, absolutely. She goes, she'll go on your arm if that's okay.
And aren't their feet so cool? I love their feet. My little bird's feet, they were warm. Were they warm?
Well, I didn't feel that because I had sleeves on.
Yeah, my little parakeet, and she loved me, and she would give me kisses on my face. It almost makes me want to have a bird again. But birds are really nasty too. They poop
They make
a
a lot of
lot,
mess. Yeah.
and when they eat, they flick the husks
Mhm.
out. It's everywhere. You got to
Mhm.
really.
She made me take my
Really love
watch
birds.
off and my ring, and I had my glasses on my neck, and she goes, she'll go after those. So just set them to the side. And then I put my arm kind of under her, and she Scarlett went from the lady's shoulder to my arm, and I just
It's
held her.
very cool.
It was really neat, but it was interesting. So I had one. I posted it on social media, and somebody messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm looking for a bird. Like, where did she get those?" And I said, "Well, here's what she told me about it, and she rescues them, but I don't know the name of the rescue." But the other lady had cockatoos. They're the white ones that have that yellow crest on the top.
Cockatiel?
Cockatoo.
Oh.
The cockatiel, they're the small gray ones, but the
Oh.
cockatoo, it's like a big parrot, but they
Like
have
a big floofy plumy
big
thing.
yellow thing on the top of their head, but they're all white. They're beautiful. And they're the real goofy ones. Like they'll lay on their back and play dead, and they talk. But she said they're even higher maintenance.
Yeah.
They like to be mischievous and do things.
So these should not be pets, is what we're learning. They should probably be left alone in the wild.
They should, and people keep them. I guess they can be kept if you're really dedicated, like these ladies were, to keeping them. But I don't think it's something you get like in our lifestyle.
Like we can kennel the dogs for a few
you
hours.
You can kennel the dogs for a few hours, you're okay. But
and it's like when you get an exotic pet like that, it's like one thing when we go on vacation, we have a place we can take the dogs that they're kenneled and they've kept and walk. Where do you take a bird? We were going to go on vacation. Who's going to watch the bird while we're out of town?
I don't know. That's why
That's a huge commitment.
That's why she had to take it to Starbucks.
I can't remember when this lady with the exotic, she doesn't do this anymore. It was like a exotic pet university is what she called it. She's since retired. But some of these animals are so cute, and I can't remember which ones, but she said people will smuggle them in or however, and the animals, their natural instinct, because they're wild animals, is to burrow. And she said people they would come home and they would find holes everywhere in their baseboards, in the corners of because these animals would destroy their houses. And it's just crazy. You have to really do research before you get an exotic pet.
Not to be confused with Joe Burrow.
Who's Joe Burrow?
Who's Joe Burrow? Kellie,
is he one of the football players?
Kellie, the football fan.
He's one of the football players.
You're really ticking off a lot of our Louisiana listeners right now.
Is he the Saints guy?
Joe Burrow?
He's in Louisiana.
He plays for the Bengals. Remember, he played
that's not the Louisiana
He
team.
played at LSU.
Oh.
Yeah, he won the Heisman Trophy at LSU.
See, I don't keep up with college football that much.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
I bet you know more than a couple of the guys at your radio station, about sports.
No, they keep up more than I do.
No, a couple of them don't. I bet you know more.
Why are you going to call out people?
I'm not calling out anybody. I'm just saying you know more about sports than I think.
I don't really know much about the Bengals and the other ones.
Well, the Bengals are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know that. But the other ones, who are they playing? The Rams?
The Rams.
I don't really know a lot about those two teams.
Yeah, you do. You've met Odell Beckham Jr.
I have not met him.
Well, you saw him.
I was in the same restaurant with him one night. That does not mean I'm buddies with Odell Jr.
Stafford is our local guy. Highland Park Scott, right down the street.
I know that. Intelligently, I know
Where
that.
Did he go to
but
college?
I don't know.
Where did he go to college?
No clue.
University of Georgia. You knew this.
I did?
Yes. We've talked about this before. So that's who's in the Super Bowl.
If Troy Aikman's not playing or announcing, why do I care?
My buddy. Best meme coming out of this whole playoff, NFL playoffs this year is there's a picture going around. There's a Kansas City fan. Kansas City lost to the Bengals. Kansas City lost to the Bengals. We have a lot of friends that are in Kansas and Missouri, and they're defeated. We love the Chiefs.
We do. We love Mahomes, right? Because he went to Texas Tech. Right. I know that. But, it's always fun.
You saw him play at Tech.
Yeah, I did. I saw him in the homecoming game, and Tech lost.
We got waxed.
And it wasn't Patrick's best game, but I got to see him play at Texas Tech. But I always like, when I don't have a dog in the fight, I want the underdog to win. And so that was kind of fun. It's been, don't you think the past couple of weeks have been just upset after upset after upset?
A lot of upsets, that's
been a really fun, unusual, fun thing.
But the best meme is a Kansas City fan standing in the stands dressed head to toe in red, and it said, this is the reason. This is the real reason Kansas City lost, and he's wearing a Cowboys hat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's seriously wearing a Cowboys hat, and the rest of him is in Kansas City.
Well, there are a lot of people like that pull for two teams, right? Like if the Cowboys aren't winning, you want the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, just don't wear any Cowboy stuff because that's bad karma.
That's bad karma?
It's bad karma, yeah.
So who do we want to win the Super Bowl?
I mean,
see, I'm going to vote for the Bengals.
Probably the Bengals since
because
they've never won.
And so I'm going to vote for the Bengals.
They've never won. The Rams won a Super Bowl when they were in St. Louis, but I don't think in LA they ever won. They went to a Super Bowl, but they didn't win it. Yeah.
All the celebrities show up for the Rams. All the celebrities were there. You had Leonardo DiCaprio. You had Rebel Wilson, who I think's lost even more weight. James Corden was there. He's British. What does he care?
Good eye, mate.
And Rebel Wilson, Australian. What does she care?
Good eye, mate.
Who else was there? That girl, Jessica Alba, saw her. Magic Johnson was there. So a lot of celebrities are going to be hoping that the Rams win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But who's a famous Bengals fan? There's got to be some Bengals celebrity fans.
Well, all of Louisiana right now.
I mean, celebrities. There's got to be like some celebrities that are going to show up and show out. You know how Jamie Foxx is always there for the Cowboys.
I don't know if the Bengals have.
Yeah, we're going to find out. That's my work, my mission. I'm going to find out what celebrities are Bengals fans.
Go check out The Rock's after the podcast. Check out The Rock's social media.
Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. He posted a picture of Joe Burrow next to him when The Rock was doing the fanny pack chain bit, because that's Joe Burrow's bit. He's got the fade haircut and he wears the ice necklaces.
Oh, really?
With the turtlenecks. Yeah, I don't know if he's doing a bit or that's just how he dresses.
He has to be doing a bit, right?
I don't know, but he looks like he's Macaulay Culkin. He looks like he's 12 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
He's got a very young face.
That's cute.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying he looks so young.
Well, speaking of Macaulay Culkin, he just got engaged to Brenda Song. They had a baby, Dakota, last year. And did y'all hear Rihanna's pregnant?
No.
Rihanna's pregnant with A$AP Rocky's baby. She's very far along. She's kept it under wraps, under big puffy coats and stuff. But this week or yesterday, she decided she was going to go out bare belly, and she's got a big belly. So she's very pregnant. Nick Cannon is expecting his 8th baby with his 5th baby mama. He flat out lied back in November. He had 4 babies in less than a year with 3 different baby mamas. So one of them had twins, and then he had 2 other babies. Sadly, one of the boys died in December at 5 months old. He had a brain tumor. But in November, he had 4 babies with 3 different women in less than a year. And he said he was taking his therapist's advice and he was celibate. That was in November. Today, we saw pictures all over the internet of him at his gender reveal party for his girlfriend, who this is now going to be the 8th baby, 5th baby mama, I think. And she is very far along. So he was lying to all of us when he said he was celibate in November. That's all I have to say about that. I don't like when people lie. Just don't say anything. Why do you have to tell everybody you're celibate? Why? I don't care if Nick Cannon's celibate. I don't understand. This is really weird to me. How these people, I mean, I don't know all their business. I'm just telling you how it looks optically. When you have 3 women who give birth for you in less than a year's period, what woman is standing in line to give him another baby? And this woman it's Johnny Manziel's ex-wife. That's who Nick Cannon's having a baby with.
I don't know who that is. I know who
Johnny Manziel.
I know who Johnny Manziel is.
They were married very briefly for about 6 months a few years ago. But anyway, she's out there with all her friends and family, and they're acting like this. Babies, all babies are happy occasions. We love that. But they're all acting like this is the best thing ever, and they're hooping and hollering with blue confetti everywhere. And it's like, she's just part of a stable of moms at this point. I don't understand it. Am I being judgy? Do I have any right to say anything? Nobody has a right to judge anything anymore. But I've made my living judging things. That's what I do on the radio.
Including your husband.
What?
I said, including your husband.
Judging you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I just had to get that off my chest. All right? Nick Cannon's expecting another boy.
Okay.
See, this is why I need to have another podcast to talk about pop culture things because Alan doesn't care. Oh, he lights up when it's time to talk about football, but I start mentioning Rihanna and Nick Cannon in the same sentence, and you are out.
Kind of like when I said Joe Burrow, and
But I don't know who that
all I
is.
could see over the top of your head were all these colorful question marks.
But you know what? I still was engaged in listening.
I was engaged.
No, you weren't. You couldn't repeat half of what I just said.
Tell you what, if you had a parrot, If you had a parrot on your shoulder, I'd engage.
I don't want to.
Oh, you would have been so proud of me.
I'm going to start.
You would have been so proud of me.
Listen, I have love letters to Kellie.
Love letters.
I have 2 Sandwiches and Lovin podcasts every week. I'm going to start a Kellie Rasberry talks everything Kellie Rasberry wants to talk about podcast.
Well, that's why you have a radio show, babe.
No, that's separate. That's different.
Oh, okay.
That's different from a podcast.
Okay, sure, whatever.
I'm going to talk about Real Housewives.
Hey,
I'm going to talk about pregnant celebrities.
Hey, just remember, you try to run off and do some solo career. See how that worked out for Steve Perry. He had one hit, and
you're comparing us to Journey,
and then he was no one.
You're comparing us to Journey.
What happened when
I would just get somebody who sounds a lot like Steve Perry?
What happened? You need a Filipino Steve Perry. What happened when Axl blew up Guns N' Roses? Huh? There was no Guns N' Roses without Axl and Slash.
But they both went on and did solo projects.
Yeah, right? Were they as good as Guns N' Roses?
I don't know.
Negative.
What are you trying to say? I don't even understand.
I'm going to do a Jeffism right now. Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
All right, I'll think about it. Well, actually, 3 podcasts a week is enough for me right now. I'm tired just thinking about it.
Maybe I'll do one.
Go ahead.
There have been calls now that there's been a gaping hole in the Yay Network's offering for lewd content since Fat Guys went under.
Somebody's been in contact with you to do a lewd podcast.
Yep. I've already got a small but very loyal fan base.
Are you being serious?
Yes, I am.
Who reached out to you?
Well, no one from Yay Networks.
Okay, well, that's what the point is.
No, listeners.
Oh my goodness.
Listeners.
Y'all can go do that if you want. Y'all go do that.
Now, see, I've actually put maybe 30 seconds of thought to this.
Just sitting here in the last 5 minutes?
Not here, just when somebody said, hey, why don't you do? I was thinking, if I did, I would be so wheels off.
It would be bad.
It would be bad. I mean, I would be so off the chain, wheels off.
At least here, you're reined in.
I have you
just a tad.
Just enough.
Because I'm looking.
Because you're looking at me, right? But if you weren't in here looking at me, and I was here with a microphone and this machine,
bad.
Oh,
you would single-handedly sink our ship.
Yes.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's not do that. All right, y'all. I'll be honest. I am wiped out. I'm exhausted, not only from the swap party this weekend, but from having a 15-year-old daughter and all sorts of 15-year-old girl drama. I am exhausted. So I'm going to, honey, if it's all right with you, I think I've talked enough for this podcast.
What about your husband wearing these wraparound 80s Oakleys?
The ones you got from the swap party?
And my turquoise skull bracelet.
Yes, Alan did pick up a few things. He got some hooks to hang a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
You got a new tape measure.
I always need to measure stuff. Yeah.
And some other hooky thing.
And
I got this jacket I'm wearing right now. It's a Johnny Was. If y'all are familiar with the designer Johnny Was, this is a bomber jacket with embroidery all over it. It's really, really cool.
I thought that looked a little Asian.
And I got an Eileen Fisher, because Amy's mom cleaned out her closet, an Eileen Fisher like sweater coat. It's a little bit too big though, but I'm tempted to keep it.
Is it Eileen Fisher or Eileen Dover brand?
It's Eileen Fisher. Anyway, so that's what I got from the swap party.
Okay.
I was very, very happy with my 2 finds. That was quite enough for me. But anyway, and I'm happy Alan found some things he loves too. And if anybody ever has any questions, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But if there's ever anything you want to ask me about how to throw a swap party, or you can always ask me at podcast@kellieandallen.com.
Or tag the new Instagram account. I'm sure they'll get right back to you.
Why are you being so negative? Why? I don't understand.
Look, I don't know.
You've been snarky since I brought it up.
I just think it's funny.
At swap parties is plural. And I think Amy's making me one of the administrators. I got to go figure that out. I don't even know. So Alan might
So you're
be
going
right.
to start doing social media?
No,
Oh.
I don't have time. I don't do my own social
Again,
media.
this is why I'm joking about it. So what's
Don't
the
be
point?
mean.
So what's the
Amy
point?
can handle it.
Okay.
It's at swap parties. If you want to follow that on Instagram and tag us if you do your own swap party.
Okay.
And if you want to do podcast at kellyandalan.com, that's fine because Alan sees all those messages and he'll let me know.
Yes. Yeah, we have some letters we need to get to next time.
Okay.
So we can do that next. You started the podcast about talking about how great I was and how I helped so much, but then I shot your wheels off.
You beat the life out of me this podcast.
I beat the life out of you?
Yes, you're very aggravating this podcast.
You think this is beating the life out of you?
You've actually been worse, but I'm tired.
You got to see me when I'm really beaten.
I know. I'm just tired. I'm injured, recovering from my horrific eye injury. It's the other eye.
Oh, the other eye.
It's still scratched. Don't mess with it like that.
I didn't touch it.
You went to the wrong eye. I'm preventing you from touching the correct eye.
But I thought that was the eye.
It's the right eye, Alan.
Why are you waving your?
Because
you're about to wave your. You're about to wave your pimp hand strong.
I'm afraid I was going to block you from touching my eye. Stop.
Everyone on video can see this.
Yeah, y'all can see what I have to put up with, and hopefully feel sorry for me. Let me know how sorry you are for me at swap parties on Instagram.
All right, babe. Well, you got anything else?
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately. I love these Oakley lime green and white framed Oakley's wraparounds desperately.
I'm glad.
These things are from 1984.
I'm glad you like them.
But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. All right. You be nice, Kellie.
You're horrible.
Man, you can't believe this. She has to go through all this
It's true.
Verbal abuse.
It's awful.
Verbal abuse from you. But if you knew how Kellie speaks to me in my home, you would be horrified. You would be mortified.
A sandwich and some swapping.
Julie, good call. Good call. We're adding scratched retina to your list.
It's true. What are you doing?
Nothing. All right, guys. Y'all smash it. Thank you, Tanya. Julie said, Kellie, you be nice to Alan. I've been listening to him since 2017.
Right. I started off in a fine mood. 40 minutes later, this is what the aftermath. So mean to me. So mean. It's not even funny.
What did I do that was mean? What did I do?
Don't. I don't want that on me right now.
What did I do that was?
Stop.
I'm not. Hold on.
Quit doing stupid angles on me.
I'm not doing stupid angles. All right, guys. What did we miss? Thank you, Julie. Appreciate you. You know, no one's got the listeners back more than this guy. This guy. Who's got 2 thumbs in as the champion of the listener? Thank you, Charles. I will. My man. Juice box. I haven't tried Swirtle or Loodle yet. I don't even get Wordle, so how am I going to understand those other games anyway? Have you been doing Wordle?
I haven't. I played like 2 or 3 days and I lost interest. I'm sorry. Do you want to play it? Do y'all want to play
We played it
Wordle?
last time.
We did.
I got
on
it
the
in
podcast.
I got it in 2 tries.
I think it was 3. Wasn't it 3?
3 tries.
It's pretty good. And it was your first time.
She does that, Michael. Sometimes she she'll make a gesture like that, and I'm like,
I was trying to prevent you from touching my eye.
that just happened in the
You
hallway.
act like the dog. If I come near the dog, they act like I'm going to hit him. Or I've never once hit the dogs. Or Alan, I'll walk around the corner too fast. He's like I'm going to hit him. How many times have I hit you in our marriage? How many? Count them on one hand. Count them on one hand. How many times have I hit you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you ever have.
Never. And he and the dogs.
You're-
Every time I come near them, if I just seriously, if I walk by Alan real quick and I'm like, hey, like I'm going to hit him. I've never once hit him.
I think because I'm afraid that you'll flail. I'm not really afraid that you'll intentionally do something. It's more that I'm afraid you'll flail and do something. You know what I mean? Like when I scared you in the truck and you flailed.
Yeah.
I mean, you will flail.
Yeah, when you scare me.
Right. Amy Wilkerson wants to know, how many times have you wanted to hit me?
Oh, multiple.
Oh, come on.
Multiple.
That hurts my heart. Don't say that.
Really?
Yes.
Well, then stop making me want to hit you.
Because I would never say, you know how many times I wanted to hit Kelly? Lots of times. I would never say that. And I've never thought that. But you,
I've wanted to hit you.
I want to hit Alan all the
when
time.
you get so aggravating,
So
and
maybe
there's
that's
nothing I can do.
So maybe that's why I'm always like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Larry. Where is Larry? All right, guys. We're going to go upload to Stop Talking. Kelly's going to crank out a description here. We are going to be on our way. All right. See y'all later.
Bye.